What do you think this place was for?
What the hell? Are they asleep?
No. They appear to be well preserved. However, they are all dead.
Dead? So this is a mass grave?
Looks that way. However, none of them appear to be Alganquil.
Bear in mind that Renans were originally Danans, who were remade and sent to live on Lenegus. Knowing that, they would have needed a place to perform the procedure somewhere.
And that place is here, I assume.
So what you're saying is that all of these are Danan, or rather, Renan bodies?
Most likely, yes. It must have been abandoned for one reason or another.
There are so many of them. They were all taken away, but never given the chance to wake.
What is that thing?
Something we have to fight if we want to get across, it seems.
Be careful! It's huge!
What is with all this? You lumbering beast lately.
It's no ordinary creature. That much is damn sure.
Watch yourselves. All bets are off when it comes to this thing.
I'll finish you here and now!
Okay, here I go. Lunarondo!
First strike! Resonate with the earth! Let's see it!
Here's evil!
Babe!
Freeze laser! What's mine?
Bloody double demon fang! I'm on a roll here! I'll smash you!
Its head is its weak point?
We'll need to bring it down somehow to hit it.
In that case, let's start with the one in the middle.
Rising Wyvern! Strongest one's all mine! Lunarondo!
You're mine! Watch it!
Here I go! Far enough! Into the shadows!
Swallow dance!
Mega ray!
Dance on the
Not
wind!
today!
Annihilation!
What
On
minute?
your
Here!
You're mine! Demon Fang!
Air pressure! Oh, now you're talking!
Dragon Swarm!
Bloody
Hear my call!
Lunarondo!
elusive deity! Rip and tear! Anything in armor is all mine!
Rising Wyvern! Soaring Red Spear!
Smash you! Take this!
Back into the fray!
Here I come! Slash!
Here's a healing light!
Double Demon Fang!
Take blue! How are you being interrupted?
Take this!
Little fly! Elusive deity!
This one's mine!
I'll face you! Can't get out of this! I'm on a roll now!
Glacial spear!
On your
Here's evil!
Hell!
Freeze laser!
Resonate with the earth! Stalagmite! Rending you apart!
Here I come!
Healing circle!
Double Demon Fang!
Hear me! Outstanding form!
Reflect outside the game. They smite with black and gray!
Here's evil!
You're mine!
Freeze laser!
I can carve through! Resonate with the earth! Stalagmite! Another incantation ruined!
Here I go! One more!
Severing Wind!
You see what happened there is you crossed me. Shouldn't have done that.
I'm on water! Here I come!
Explosive Ring!
Glacial spear! Here's evil!
I'll crush you! Lightning reflexes! Tenebrous claw! Dragon shout! Resonate with the earth! Rip it tear!
Now! Ignite!
Light.
Eat dirt!
Eat heal!
Talon tornado!
Eagle
By the
fly!
power of water! Mega ray!
I'm ready!
Astral energy! Full go! Mega ray!
Lightning rustic! escape! The flame watch yourself! To be left incredible power! I owe you one! Eat dirt!
By the power of water! Far enough!
Severing wind!
Glacial spear! Here's evil!
Swallow blade! Okay, here I go!
Eagle assault!
Double demon fang!
Eagle fang!
Swallow dance!
Can't get out of this!
Engulf you! Armor won't save you! Seismic rupture! Lord deity!
Hitting fire! Not on my watch! Big blast! Gemini Aqua!
It's trying to take us out.
So I will go quiet! Rendering you a bloody howling!
I never miss! Radiant
Negative gate!
Ready to go!
Something's wrong with me.
You just say the word and I'm there.
I can't believe it's come to this.
Ignite!
Fix you up! Dragon Show!
Everlasting shock! Negative gate! Double demon fang!
Deny! Aqua! Annihilation!
Air pressure!
Now you see what I can do.
Demon fang!
Here's a healing
Double
arm.
demon fang!
Take this.
First
I
aid!
owe you one! You're mine!
Talent Horn!
Negative gate!
I'll heal you
Not my finest.
I couldn't make it in time.
Back into the fray!
I'm in your...
Bloody howling.
I'm sorry to trouble.
You do the same for me.
That helps.
Stardust! Lunar Rondo!
Thank you for the healing, Dohalim.
Almost there.
No one's dying on our
I
watch.
thought you could never ask.
Never miss!
I'll grind you with
Thrilling performance.
Lunar Rondo! Burn!
Reflect on thy sin.
They
are my now.
Take I owe you one!
Back into the fray!
Lunar Rondo!
Take this.
Need to pull myself
Rondo!
together.
Get out of this!
Annihilation! Mega ray!
I'll face you.
Deny!
Shattering pieces. Now you see what I can do.
Mega ray! Back into the...
Benediction light.
Talent Heal!
Watch
yourself.
Incredible power!
Glacial spear!
Begin.
Hold on to your arms! Here I come!
Amazing.
Understood mine!
You're done!
They smite with blackened blade. Blow away.
Lunar Rondo!
Does it.
Stardust! Eat dirt!
That's enough.
Here's a healing arc!
Negative gate. Like me again.
That'll bring you down!
Now get the great. Anything in armor is all mine.
Far enough!
Armor won't save you.
Healing circle!
Take this.
I'm grateful.
Get ready, Alpha! Still!
This ends now!
Consider yourself finished! The hell was that thing?
Probably something that was made here and somehow managed to survive, even after all this time. Not that there's any way of knowing now.
What's wrong?
Oh, I just suddenly found myself contemplating what might have happened to the sovereigns that were meant to emerge from the crown contests. What do you mean? You see, the winners of the past crown contests were all strong astral arts practitioners. Furthermore, that enemy we just fought appeared to be composed of several human bodies. It was certainly nothing one would find in nature.
You're saying those were the remains of the winners? That they forgot who they once were?
I'm merely saying it's a possibility.
That's absolutely gruesome. How long had the Helganquil been at this?
It was Rena's great spirit that made them do all of this. Anything to get its astral energy.
We're not gonna jump down, right?
I certainly hope not.
After hearing Dohalim's suggestion, I'm honestly not sure what to say.
I assure you all, I was merely stating the possibility.
So, looks like the Helganquil have been engineering Zeugles too. Why doesn't that surprise me at this point?
The creatures we've been encountering here have been a little different to what we're used to fighting, but I'm pretty sure they're Zeugles too.
Do you think they were engineered using creatures native to the area?
Indeed. However, based on the current circumstances, I would guess these Zoogles are all that's left of the planet's fauna now.
You mean, there might have been native owl species here once upon a time too?
What are those? They look like Shion's thorns, and with flowers too.
Not real ones, though. They're just like that flower growing out of Rena.
We must be getting close to the Great Spirit now.
Hey, Rinwell, what was that thing you said about how a little bit of Dana's Great Spirit is inside all of us?
Right. That's why Dana's Great Spirit is so much more diluted. Weak, even. Whether it was a choice so it didn't overpower others, or just the way it is anyone's guess.
If that's true, then wouldn't it mean Dana's will could never form under natural conditions?
Yeah, sounds like that's probably the case.
So if Dana exists within all of us, then what if something occurred that brought everyone's hearts and minds together as one? That unity could potentially act as Dana's will.
You mean if everybody was, like, thinking the exact same thing at the exact same time? Come on, there's no way we could pull that off.
I know it's a long shot, but it might work.
Let's assume that's even possible for a second. Would it even be enough to fight back against Rena's Great Spirit?
If nothing else, it might be an option if we can't use the Renasalma.
Things are different here than on the surface.
That shows how deeply we've ventured into Rena.
And how close we've come to the real enemy.
So here's a question. We came all this way to Rena on the assumption the Renasalma's here, right?
Don't say it, Law.
Yeah, but I'm just saying...
I said don't.
I can understand why you might be concerned, Law. But you need to remember that there are people it affects more directly than you.
Oh, sorry.
We've managed to make it this far believing. Losing faith now won't do us any good. We're better off focusing our anxiety elsewhere.
Such as?
The Great Spirit. If Hevrecht 35's to be believed, our enemy won't just be handing over the Renasalma to us. At least, not without a fight.
Not only that, but that same enemy just gulped down more than an entire world's worth of astral energy.
Point taken. It may be strange to say, but when I'm fighting, or at least know what needs to be done, it helps me a lot. I don't doubt myself as much. So thanks, both of you. The floor's on the ceiling and the ceiling's on the floor. This whole thing's making my head spin. Why would they even do something like this?
The Helganquil can bend life forms to suit their will. Nothing they could do at this point would surprise me.
The ceiling is on the floor. That doesn't weird you out?
What good is a team made up of members who all share the same opinions on everything? And besides, when you get to be at my ripe old age, one begins to consider it quite uncouth to show one's true emotions at times.
Oh, come on, Grandpa. You can't be that old.
The sands of time wait for none of us, lad.
Yeah, we'll see. Though at this rate, I guess I'll have to live long enough to get as old as you first, huh?
You will. And when the time comes, I look forward to hearing you change your tune on the matter.
That just goes to show how important this place is.
Or perhaps they simply thrived freely here under such harsh conditions.
I don't give a damn why they're here. We'll burn it all to the ground.
The astral energy here is so dense. It's like trying to walk through water.
I know the Great Spirit's will is in the center of Rena, but with the world in this state, the entire planet has become its body, right? So doesn't that mean we're already inside it?
I would say that is horrifyingly correct. After all, the further we climb, the denser the astral energy becomes.
What's the matter, Rinwell? Are you not feeling all right?
No, it's nothing like that. It just feels like the energy here is a little more intense than it was before.
You mean Rena's energy?
Yeah, it's like when I made contact with Dana's will in the wedge. It's almost as though I can understand what Rena's will is thinking.
But Rena's will is supposed to be a lot stronger. Aren't we risking the Great Spirit controlling us if we interact with it directly?
I don't think we have to worry about that. Rena's will is only supposed to control true Renans, like the Helganquil. If we can discern what the Great Spirit is thinking too, we might learn something, a weakness. But just to be safe, let me contact it alone.
Are you insane? Rinwell, you're gonna...
Rinwell!
There was only meant to be one world. And your goal is to make them one. Is this fear? What just happened?
Are you all right? Rinwell? Rinwell, are you okay?
No, I'm fine. I think.
What were you thinking? You could have gotten yourself killed!
He's right. You had us all terrified, Rinwell.
I'm sorry. I really am. But I know now. I know how the Great Spirit thinks. I know what it wants, how it feels. Rena's Great Spirit wants to complete the world.
What's that supposed to mean? Are you saying it's trying to make something?
Yes, exactly. Originally, Dana and Rena were meant to be one world. But that never happened. They've stayed separated, and the Great Spirit wants to finish the process.
What do you mean, one world? How is that even possible?
I don't know, but its will is clear. That's what the Great Spirit is trying to accomplish. The only problem is that since Rena's energy isn't evenly spread like Dana's, it seems like it'll vanish before that happens naturally.
So it's trying to absorb Dana while it still can, so that it can force the two planets to unite. Is that what you're saying?
The Great Spirit is scared. But it's not scared the way a rational person would be. It's more raw and undiluted, like just pure fear.
Like an animal, acting out of instinct. Although admittedly, an animal would be easier to communicate with. At the very least, I have my doubts that it recognizes us as sentient beings with a reason for coming here. Earth, water, fire, and wind energy exist in both worlds, but only darkness and light can be found within Rena and Dana, respectively. The Renis Alma, as far as we know, the only host capable of harvesting the astral energy, is composed of all six. Knowing all that, Rinwell's findings do sound plausible.
That sounds a lot like Shion's thorns, doesn't it? The whole reason the Great Spirit is trying to unite Dana and Rena into one world is in order to save itself. And if her thorns are part of the Great Spirit, then they must also be trying to save themselves?
Alphen, what is it?
We thought the only way to free your thorns was for you to die. Yet despite that, they seem to be doing everything in their power to stop that from happening to you. Something wasn't adding up. But then I just realized something. If the Great Spirit doesn't want to die, then neither would your thorns. Those same emotions, that fear, that determination, and its energy must have been the same thing that was keeping you alive. You were its vessel.
In that case, is that why her thorns caused so much pain to anyone who touched her? Because they were trying to protect themselves?
If that's all true, then... well, it's more than a little ironic.
The Great Spirit merely expresses its desires. I imagine it was the Helganquil who were likely tasked with putting together and implementing an actual plan.
Shion.
I'm okay. We need to hurry and clean this mess up before it gets out of hand.
Still, even if the current state of the world is wrong like you said, does that really make everything okay?
If the world had been whole from the start, as it should have been, there'd be no Dana and no Rena, no masters or slaves, no lords, no crown contest, maybe just peace.
To think, all this started because of the Great Spirit's desire to keep living. The only reason it craves energy is because it's dying from starvation. When you think about it like that, maybe the things it's done aren't so strange after all.
If Rena had been more like Dana, things would have worked out a whole lot better.
It's like Hevrecht 35 told us. The Danan and Renan spirits are meant to be completely different beings.
Rena's energy amassing in one place led to its developing a powerful will. But that also made it crave energy, sapping Rena dry until it perished.
Whereas Dana's energy is dispersed, meaning its will never developed to the same extent. And without that hunger, Dana the planet was spared.
As for which is correct, well, I'm not sure it's our place to even say. Still, I can't help but think it reminds me a lot of the dichotomy of the human condition.
Dichotomy? What do you mean?
Those who know not satisfaction are driven to keep devouring without limit. But those who are content with their lot in life rarely fulfill their potential. I imagine it's likely that the larger Rena's Great Spirit grew, the more and more powerful its hunger also became.
Everything in moderation. When all's said and done, maybe that's the hardest thing for people to learn.
Dead end, huh?
Why don't we just use this?
Wait!
Jeez! Don't scare me like that! What, is there something wrong with it?
No, it's not that. It's just... this is it. Whatever it is, we're about to find out.
It's the moment of truth. There's no turning back now till we've won. Either we get through this, or we vanish along with the rest of the world as we know it. Is everyone ready?
We've come this far. I'm not about to turn tail now. I say we knock this thing out and head back home.
It's time to relegate the past to where it belongs. It's been a long journey getting here, but it ends now.
No, this isn't the end. Once we've overthrown the old order, there's still the task of creating a new world.
A world without divisions, where no one cares whether you're Danan or Renan, or if you have magic or not. You're right. We have to win this. Woohoo!
Let's get going then. After all, our future awaits.
Our future, one free of tyranny and exploitation. For the freedom to live with those we hold dear, and for a new era. Let's go! giant flower?
We're finally here then.
But then, where is the core of the Great Spirit? Or the Renaissance, for that matter.
According to Hevrek 35, this should be where we find the core.
Rinwell, do you sense anything?
This is definitely where the energy of the Great Spirit is strongest, but what's giving off the most energy is the flower we're standing on.
That said, we're not gonna be able to destroy something this huge. You want me to hit it and see what happens?
Hey, look!
Renaissance!
Is that like Dana's astral energy? But why?
What?
Stay sharp! Something's coming! Spirit's core?
And in order to fight us, it's taken on this form?
My thorns. I feel them whirling inside me. They're getting restless. I'm certain of it. This is the source of my thorns, and of my visions. This is the darkness that will consume all existence.
What do we do now? Renaissance was inside that thing. I don't think we'll win this fight without it.
We have to get it back. We will find a way somehow.
Agreed. And now that it has a physical form, cutting through it's what we'll do.
Great Spirit, I understand you want to live. You've made that very clear. However, if you're planning on destroying everything, then first, you'll have to get through us. Everyone, let's go!
We're not energy for you to consume, and we're not pumpkins for you to control!
Only humankind has a right to determine their own future. We will never let something like you take that away from us.
I'm sorry, but we won't let you take any more away from us. We'll do whatever it takes to stop you.
I fight to close the sounds of anguish from our world, that it may be filled with joy and peace once again.
Give it back. Give it all back. Give us back our world and give me back my own life.
Once and for all, we are going to end centuries of terror and death. Right here, right now.
This one's mine.
What in the world?
Dohalina!
I'm alright. I'm still standing.
I don't know what I could do without you.
Perhaps now isn't the time?
I really don't.
Resonate with the earth! Stalagmite! I can carve through armor! On your knees! I'm on it! Lunacongo! Soaring light spear! Stalagmite!
I'm sorry to be
We've all got enough of it.
Bloody! Yes, ma'am! Eat this! Elusive deity! Radiant fire driver! Scorch strike! Now I'm in the groove!
I never miss!
Ready and real!
Don't give up!
Armor won't save you!
Healing circle!
Seismic
I'll
rupture!
bring you back from destination!
What's this?
Resuscitation!
No further!
I'll heal you all!
Resonate with the
Healing
earth! Stalagmite! I
really
Sorry to trouble you.
Double Demon Fang!
Here's a
Sword
healing
Rain
arm!
Alpha!
First aid!
No?
I'll fix you up!
Sword Rain really owe you one! Double Demon! Shine! Radiant
I'll
Light!
bring you back from
Benediction
death
light!
to this! Born up!
Benediction
Resuscitation! Not in your dreams!
Heal! I really owe you one!
I'll end you! By the power of water!
Eagle Demon Fang!
Hurricane!
Take that! Blew away! Armor won't save you! Air pressure! Pierce through! Stalagmite!
Here's evil! If it's in the sky, it's mine!
Light! He is Blade! Kisara! Commander of Heaven!
Phoenix Cyclone!
Watch yourself. I sense incredible power.
Why thank you, your lordship?
And will you lay down your life for your lord?
Well, I mean, hey, let's not be hasty.
They've got me on their track.
What in the world is this round thing?
That attack. Is this a lord's handiwork?
I'm past being surprised.
I say we destroy it. Quick!
Another incantation ruined.
You patient! From beyond, imbued in...
I'll heal you all!
Resuscitation!
An astral art?
That's my cue!
Shut him down!
Take this! Now!
Annihilation! Mega Ray! Annihilation!
Sword Rain Alpha! Dragon Swarm! This heal! I owe you one!
Searing Flame! Reload! Now! Into the shadows! Back into the fray!
Smash you! Watch this!
It's in the sky, it's mine!
Denied! Dragon Swarm! Elusive
I never miss!
Begin! Not today!
Hear my call! Spread! Glacial Spear! Here's evil! Freeze laser!
Radiant light! Boost of regeneration!
I can't heal you forever! Burning Sun! Water! Hear my call!
Allow me to help you.
Dragon Shadow!
In a bind?
Here's
Portal
evil!
Blade!
Evil!
Light!
Freeze laser!
Evil side! Try harder! My turn! Dragon Form!
Resonate with
Pierce
the
through!
Freeze laser!
Sword Rain Alpha! Here I come! Coming through! Ha! Now! Scarlet Inferno!
All good things. Will this help?
Crush! I could do without this pain.
Ready to go!
So much for sitting this fight out.
That wouldn't be a complaint,
No, that'd be silly.
Watch yourself. I sense incredible power.
Here I
Searing
come.
Flame! Reload!
It's in your hands now.
Stay away from my friend!
Out of ammo!
I can carve through armor.
Here I come! I'm not done!
Dragon Show!
What's this?
Born up!
Shine!
Radiant light!
Boost of regeneration! Not today!
Easy prepared, free from regret.
Resonate with the earth! Shine! Radiant! Don't get carried away! Here I come! Double Demon Fang!
It was nice while you had me. On your
Eat this!
Radiant Pierce!
Air pressure!
Here's a healing arm!
Dragon Show! Double Demon Fang! Take this! Dragon Swarm!
Forgive me. This is my fault.
Here's evil!
I'm on it!
Here it goes!
On your
Ready to go!
There! Air pressure! Demon Fang! Double Demon Fang!
You're human.
To stop you dying?
Now you see what I can do.
Chill!
This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
After all that, it's still standing. Just how strong is this thing?
Doesn't matter. Just have to keep kicking its ass until it bites the dust.
The Great Spirits!
Damn, must have been conserving its energy for an escape.
That bastard took off with the Alma!
We can't stand here and wait for it to come back. We'll have to follow it through there.
You're right. I don't like it, but we've got no choice.
Yeah. No matter what, we can't let it get away.
All right, let's go.
I'm surprised we can stand here at all. What in the hell is this place?
Beats me. I've never seen anything like it. More importantly, where's the Great Spirit?
Look! Over there!
What in the world? It's changing shape?
Oh, this is bad. It looks like it's regaining all of its energy. It's going to grow even bigger than before.
Damn it. Come on, we've got to find a way to...
Watch out! Something's heading our way!
Guess they're here to try to stop us. There's so many of them.
That means we've got it running scared. Let's take these out and keep moving!
Get out of our way already!
I didn't expect such base tactics from a supreme being.
You can't assume we're fighting something that thinks like a human!
Whatever it is, it's wasting time that we don't have.
Yeah, not only that, but that thing is getting bigger by the minute.
It's starting to slow down the more it grows. We should be able to catch up soon enough.
We just need to hold on. Stay strong, everyone, and stand your ground. This one keeps charging us!
That's what my shield's for. Get behind me.
Got it! I'll leave it to you!
Ready!
Kisara! Commander of Heavens!
Phoenix Cyclone! Glacial Spear! Pierce Evil! Freeze Lancer!
Take this! Double Dina!
Reload!
Here I come!
Mega Ray! Reload! Reload! Eagle Fire! I'm all stopped up! Let the marksman handle this!
Being interrupted.
Here now!
Take this! Sword Rain Alpha!
Water! Hear my
Ah! Not today!
I'll smash you!
Wind! Lunar Rondo!
In a vine!
Rising Phoenix!
Eagle Fire!
Rising Lyra!
That'll bring you down!
Mirage! Dragon Swarm!
Radiant
Sword Rain Alpha! Kisara! Commander of Heavens!
Phoenix Cyclone! By the power of water! Power up! Gemini Aqua! Mega
You
Ray!
see what happened there as you crossed me? Shouldn't have done
Radiant
that.
Light! Sword Rain Alpha! Double Phoenix Fang!
I'll crush you! Lightning reflexes! Tenebrous claw! All finish here and now!
Another incantation ruined.
Soaring blood! Anything in armor is over! I'll grind you into dust! What's this?
You picked the wrong fight!
Flame! Reload! Eat dirt!
Armor won't save you!
It's Mega Ray!
Ah!
By the
Dragon Swarm! Coming through! Ha! Now! Scarlet Inferno!
Shine.
This one's mine!
Sonic Thrust! No further!
Here's a
Demon
healing
Fang!
iron! Confiscated!
Crush!
I'll handle it!
I'll face you!
Mega Ray!
Double Demon Dragon form! Dance on the wind!
Here's a heal arc!
Sword Ring out!
Eat this!
All good at Burn! Light up!
Far enough!
Destruction! Demon Fang! I owe you one! Dragon form! Elusive deity! Eagle Ray!
Gemini Aqua!
Now I'm in trouble!
Magna
Sword
Ray!
Ring Alpha!
Annihilation!
Dragon form!
Eat this! A Talon Hurricane!
Sword Ring Alpha!
I'll crush you! Lightning reflexes! Tenebrous claw!
Begin! I'm ready! Look sharp! Lightning Tiger Blade!
I'll finish you here and now!
This one's mine!
Take this!
I can carve through walls! I'm just getting started! That frickin' does it! Wither Dragon! Eagle Assault!
Burn!
Now I'm in the groove!
No
Annihilation!
further!
Glimmer Dragon!
Rollerblade!
Into the shadows! Not in your dreams!
Roll away!
What's this?
Crush!
Need to pull
Demon
myself
Fang!
together!
Talon Hurricane!
Radiant
was
Blue!
nice.
Lightning Reload!
Talon Hurricane!
I'll kill you all!
Small! Look sharp! Lightning Tiger Blade!
Brace yourselves! We're going to crash!